There's something that happens when we stay in the fight too long. You start off clear about the harm, clear about the line, clear about what you're not willing to become. You tell yourself you're different, that you're fighting for what's right, that your pain has purpose. But slowly and often without realizing it, you begin to reach for the same tools the other side used. Maybe not as loudly, maybe not as cruelly, but still the same. You speak over people in the name of truth. You gaslight but call it clarity. You use shame to wake people up. You manipulate outcomes and call it strategy. You weaponize knowledge. You demand loyalty. You silence, exile, or humiliate, and you say it's righteous. You say it's necessary. But the methods haven't changed, only the mouth they're coming from. And the deeper you go, the more you start to believe that because your intentions are good, your tactics don't need to be questioned. That's because you've been hurt. Your version of harm is justified. But the truth is, we end up doing the same thing we once called abuse, dressed up in better language, dressed up in healing, dressed up in leadership. And if we're not careful, we forget that we become what we once were trying to free ourselves from. The real danger isn't just becoming the villain, it's becoming the villain and still believing you're the hero. Because the ego loves a noble cause. It loves to look pure while playing dirty, and it will always find a way to justify harm if it believes the end is still good. But a true hero doesn't just fight differently, they live differently. A true hero doesn't mirror the harm and rebrand it. They don't use the same tools with a softer tone. They don't need to make others small to feel powerful. They don't project fear and call it protection. A true hero projects the opposite of harm. They disarm with the truth, not tactics. They build instead of break. They walk away from battles that cost them their character. They choose peace over proving because there's no such thing as a righteous war that destroys who you are. So if you feel like you're slipping, if you catch yourself using tools you once ran from, it's not too late. You can put the weapons down. You can remember your why. You can choose to be the kind of person who doesn't need to fight to be free. Some fights aren't worth winning if winning costs you your soul.